What is going on, everybody? It's your good pal, Degen Rips. We've got a 38 card PSA reveal today for you. One that I got back about a week later than I would have liked. You'll see why in a minute. But tons of really cool cards in here, good cards in here, expensive cards in here. So let's dig in, because it might be a lengthy one, and I'll talk to you about things I learned from this submission. That's the thing. Every submission I learned so much about grading cards, about selling cards. We got 2 whole boxes here. So, gonna be a really, really exciting reveal today. But before I reveal these first cards, remember, code DGEN25 at shipping and billing of your first PSA order. When you get to the shipping and billing page, apply the promo code DGEN25, $25 off your first PSA order. If it's not your first PSA order, tell your friend to submit the card for you, and it's free if he makes a new account. But this was interesting. So, starting us off, I saw that this was miscut. I don't really even know what that means, but it was just a Bo Nix auto. Again, if I had got this order back a week ago, before week 1, I would have sold all these cards by now. But Bo Nix obviously didn't have the greatest debut. It's miscut. I don't know. I guess that's a manufacturing thing, because this was in a one-touch. I don't think it was tampered with or altered. I don't think it was altered. It would have said altered. I think maybe it's just a manufacturer's error. But all right, first card here. As you can see, Will Levis, a guy I really would have liked to sell before the first game of the season. That's an Optic holo. I've had such great luck grading Optic this year. Optic is a slam dunk for grading. I think you should grade. If you're buying and flipping cards to grade, Optic is the way to go. I've just had such great luck with Optic. Have not had such great luck with Prism. I've gotten smoked on Prism this year. Grading Prism. Just 9s after 9s after 9s after 9s. You would think I'm German by how many times I say 9 when I get these Prism cards. But Bryce Young, one of the worst week 1 performances other than my guy Tua Tagovailoa. Luckily, none of his cards in here. Here's a card I love. I love these Anime Nation drops that Leaf does. Jackson Churio, I think first rookie ever to do 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases, if I'm not mistaken. And that is to 49, just in time for the playoffs. Really like these Anime Nation cards that Leaf does. So that's a win there. We got 2 cards stuck here. All right, and a Chrome Black Junior Caminero on card. I think this kid has been amazing so far. He's kind of flown under the radar, but extremely good, talented player on the Rays. Probably not getting as much recognition because the Rays suck and aren't expected to make the playoffs. Here's a guy who, before last night's Thursday Night Football game, I never would have cared about. But now I'm thinking, hey, Miami Dolphins, maybe, just maybe, we should be taking a closer look at Shedeur Sanders. That is a printing plate. They just marked them as authentic. I picked this up for pretty cheap. I think I got this. I sniped this in an auction. I got this for pretty good. That's a Leaf press pass printing plate. Press pass printing plate. Press pass printing plate premium. Press pass printing plate. Shedeur Sanders, 1 of 1. This is a card I graded. These cards are like stuck together here. What is going on? This is a card I graded for my buddy Ethan, Degen Rips on YouTube. My good friend. He pulled this I just told him I would throw it in a submission for him. Xavier Edwards, good player on the Marlins. This is a big card. I was really, really hoping I'd get a 10 on this one if I was going to get one on any card, because this is the only guy that actually looked pretty good this week. Anthony Richardson. Donruss, clearly. Rookie auto. To 175. Made some alien-like throws. Hell of a player if he could stay healthy. I'm going to have to sell this one quick because I personally hate gambling on rookies. I hate gambling on rookies. I really do, but healthy, this guy is a freak. Potentially a top 5 fantasy football quarterback this year in a very tough division and an even tougher conference. Okay, next up, Bryce Young Optic. Got a 9 on this. This, I guess, technically isn't even Optic. This is from the Donruss Mega Boxes. Not quite sure what gave this the 9 here. Look good to me. Maybe this little white part on the bottom right. But Bryce Young, Optic, Red Wave. Another Anime Nation Jackson Churio. I ordered 2 of these Anime Nation sets. Jackson Churio, what was this number? 275. I just think these are really cool cards. If you've never seen the Puka Nakua Anime Nation one, that's probably the favorite. My favorite one. He's Ash Ketchum. And it says, like, gotta catch 'em all. So, yeah, this is a very cursed PSA order. Here's a Jordan Love Prism to 125. Just a solid color, purple. I think I just got this at a good deal, and I was like, it looked centered, it looked good. Get it in a 10. Everyone loves a PSA 10. Jordan Love hurt his ankle. Questionable for the week, but it's looking like Malik Willis will be starting for a few weeks. They didn't put him on IR, Jordan Love, so that's a very good sign. Pulled this myself out of Optic in a video. I just love the Eagles this year. They looked, they had an amazing performance on a horrible, dangerous field in Brazil that they never should have been playing on. I don't know how Goodell puts his employees in danger like that and has them play on horrible, horrible turf that was made for playing soccer. Guys getting hurt and slipping left and right. But Jalen Hurts persevered even after 2 really bad interceptions and I think 2 fumbles. But they won. And this is just a cool card. Orange Scope 79 Optic. Just grades incredibly well this year. Bryce Young. Stars. These are from the retail packs. Short print. Just cool looking card. Bit of a color match going on there. Now that I didn't get this before, I sold all of my big Bryce cards the day before they played the Saints because that's what I want to do. You can't predict which quarterbacks are going to be superstars. You just can't do it. You think of 2021, for example. Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, all these guys. You got some of the greatest football scouts in the world being paid millions to evaluate talent, study these guys' tapes for hours and hours on end. Not hours, weeks on end. Study their tape, watch all their games, crunch the numbers, and then they still get it wrong. They still get it wrong on evaluating talent. And then you think, oh, you watch a couple YouTube videos, you read an article from some jabroni at what's some crappy publication, Score. You read an article from Score or Barstool Sports and you think, oh man, I know which quarterback is going to be a stud and which one's going to suck. I don't claim to know more than scouts. I don't claim to know more than people that live, breathe, sleep, and get paid to watch football. But I will say I'm pretty good at evaluating which players are going to have hype going into a season. And that's all I care about. I want to buy in off seasons when they're not playing, when they can't get hurt, and then I want to sell before they play week 1 Or else I get stuck with cards like this. Nah, I'm just kidding. Puka's great. I mean, played already a great season, but I'm not one to roll the dice. I'm one to know who's going to have hype going into week 1, or who has a high chance of making the playoffs and having hype going into the playoffs, and I can make money off other people willing to take a gamble. But these cards I just got back later than I thought I would, and now look at me paying the price. Now I gotta wait, hold these till Puka gets back, and by the time he gets back, the Rams might not even be playoff contenders. And then no one will even care. It'll be till next year. So probably taking an L on that. Here's a Prism 9. What'd I tell you with the Prism? Prism 9. Horrible, horrible luck with Prism. Not on this one, though. Quentin Johnston, but thought maybe this guy would have hype going into the season because who the hell even are the wide receivers on this team? I just knew Quentin Johnston. So I thought, hey, someone would think he's going to have a breakout year. I could sell it. But I don't know if he did anything week 1. I'm not entirely sure. But now I got that card, hopefully. Now I got to hope. Now I got to hope he plays good week 2. And if you're hoping, you've already lost. Okay, this one has that paper with my address and credit card information, so let's just throw that to the side. All right, box number 2. First card, some One Piece. I always get 10s on One Piece. Bandai quality control is just off the charts good. This was just, I don't know, it was a cool card. It probably came down a lot in value, but I just thought it was a sick card. Look at the texture on the card. All right, lots of Optic. These cards all stuck together. But, yep, Purple Shock, Will Levis, absolutely atrocious performance. The type of performance where you're like, yeah, they're going to probably draft a quarterback next year. They're in a lot of trouble, the Titans. This guy needs to turn it around. It's only been 1 week, but it was such a horrible performance that I do not feel comfortable owning that card long term. Now I'm kind of screwed. Have to hope he has a bounce back game. In Jigba, once again, Prism. This card looks pretty damn centered, top to bottom, left to right. And got a 9. I don't know why. Got a 9. Here we go. Some Optic. More Will Levis. Cards are probably worth half of what they were a week ago. I don't know who the hell wants to own Will Levis cards right now. Not even fans of the team want to hold Will Levis cards. But there's a blue scope. So there you go. You pay the price. It's a coin flip. And I could guarantee you, before week 1, rookie quarterbacks are going to have a lot of hype, and people are going to want to roll the dice on them. But will they have a good week 1? I can't, I don't know that. That's out of my control. So I'm not into the speculating game. Anthony Richardson. So there you can get 9s from Optic. Some more Optic. Will Levis, this is sick. This is Teal Velocity. Another card I I probably took at least $100 off the table by miscalculating when I would get these back, and him just sucking so bad and being a disgrace to the state of Tennessee, and making a viral meme where he's on his knees with his hands over his head after throwing an interception. But that's about all people remember from his first game of the season. Absolutely blowing it and making a viral meme for all the wrong reasons. Cool card, though. Love the Teal Velocities. Some more Levis. Oh, I'm disgusted by how much Will Levis I have in this submission. Guess who it is? Will Levis. 10, Will Levis. Optic, Slam Dunk, great in Optic. Another set I've had insanely positive results with. Phoenix Football grades extremely well. Just a cool Mahomes color match. What was this number 2? 99. Just really nice color match. Mahomes. People love Mahomes. for all the right reasons. Everyone wants to speculate who's the next great quarterback. Who should I throw my money at? Mahomes is going for a three-peat this year. Guaranteed lock for the Hall of Fame. Got another 10 years in him. Guy's just amazing. Makes insane throws. Will be in the top 5 GOAT conversation forever. Jordan Addison hurt and a 9. Might as well just throw this in the garbage. Richardson, 9. Ugh, man. Whiffed on the Richardson optics. But color match. Probably the only, like I said, the only guy in this set that showed any signs of life in this submission that showed any signs of life. Week 1. Bryce Young, 10 on the pink. Man, I would have to the centering of this isn't even great. This got a 9, this got a 10. Would have loved to see that reversed, but Bryce Young, pink, 10. I could maybe go to some place and get a burger and a beer for that card. But here another Bryce Young, pink, 10. This one I know should have got a 10. This is way more centered than the other one. Will Levis, pink, 10. Unfortunate how they played. Another pink. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? Look who it is. Will Levis. Who would have guessed? And another pink 10. And the final card. Mr. Joe Burrow to 35. Phoenix. You already know. I cursed every player in this. I cursed Joe Burrow. I'm sorry, Bengals fans. This was my fault. This submission completely jinxed every single player. And Joe Burrow, looking like his wrist isn't 100%, dropped a game to the worst team. We presumed was the worst team going into week 1. I'm sure everybody that was in a survivor pool this year absolutely hates Joe Burrow. Wishes several different plagues on him and his family after week 1 if you were in a big survivor league and they lost at home to the Patriots. So there you go. 38 cards and 1 returned miscut card of Bonex. So what did we learn here today? What can I take away from this? I could take away that should definitely time your submissions better. Give yourself more breathing room when a season's starting. Because what a difference a day makes, huh? What a difference a day makes. And also, I gave you my reasons why I'm not into the whole take a gamble on a rookie quarterback going into the season. One that's only played maybe 1 season, not even a season, because you never know in this league. I'm no smarter than a scout for the Carolina Panthers. I thought Bryce Young was the best overall pick that year. I'm no smarter than them. They get paid. They watch way more football than I do, know way more about football than I do, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. So I knew Bryce would have some hype going into the season with new pieces around him. But I paid the price by getting these back, and a whole week going by. You live and learn. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Take care. And remember, code DGEN25, $25 off your first PSA order. Enter it at billing and shipping. Helps me, helps the channel, helps you. Peace.
Degen Rips with his fingertips. He'll go broke.